So from here on out, there's really nothing to do with the website once you've applied for a job. What you do need to do is start looking at your email each day to see if an employer has contacted you, because that email address that you use for your newoptionsnm.com account is the same one employers will be trying to reach you at. If the employer likes your application and contacts you and asks you for an interview, there are a couple more things that you want to take care of. First, you want to use the web before the interview to do as much research as you can on the company and what it does. At the interview, you want to sound like you know what you're talking about, that you did your homework, and that you can ask intelligent questions when you talk to the employer. Always be polite and optimistic on the phone and during the interview. One thing that impresses employers is when you can talk about the kinds of tasks or activities you think you'll really enjoy doing on the job, or give suggestions of ways in which you think your work might help the company in some way. Now, if the employer invites you out for an interview, please make sure you show up on time. I cannot stress this enough. For myself, I generally plan everything so I show up half an hour early and then waste that half an hour walking around the block or having a soda in a diner or something. That leaves a little breathing room for emergencies. There is no faster way to kill a job interview than to show up late. There's also no faster way to get fired than to show up late or miss days on the job. If something comes up where you absolutely cannot make it, or there's some good reason to not show up, say you already accepted a job somewhere else, then you have to call and tell the employer as soon as possible that you can't make it and explain why. Never, ever, ever leave the employer wondering why you didn't show up. So say something does come up. What do you say? Here are some examples. Hello, Mr. Garcia. I know I was supposed to meet you for an interview tomorrow, but I've already accepted a job somewhere else. I apologize, but I'm going to have to cancel. I'm sorry for the inconvenience this causes. Or, hello, Mr. Garcia. I know I'm supposed to show up for my shift at 3 o'clock, but my car's broken down and I need to take the bus. Is there something I can do to make this up to you? But never just disappear and not show up or show up late without saying anything. This is one way in which work is very different from school. Now, once you show up at the interview, wear decent clothes and dress as neatly as you can. You don't have to look like a Fortune 500 executive, but you should dress about like you would to go to church. Also, be prepared to take a drug test. Not all employers will ask for one, but many will. And finally, be sure to bring a copy of your ID, which can be a driver's license or passport, proof of permission to work in the U.S., this could be a work permit, an appropriate visa, or a social security number, and then finally, the printout of your work key scores along with the explanation of what they mean. The employer may ask you for any or all of these documents. That's it for applying for jobs on newoptionsnm.com. Thank you.